bunch of birds out there, not too far away from where I'm fishing. One of the most important tips I can tell you is pay attention to wildlife. I said it in my last video. There was an otter out there that let me know bait fish was there. Those animals are the best fishermen there are. You ain't gonna ever outfish them. So pay attention to them. I know them boys that be striper fishing, they find them birds hitting the water. That's where the bait's at. And the striper's right up under them eating. Same deal with the catfish. It's all about the bait, baby. Circle of life. But we're here in South Carolina. My last video was in North Carolina. I said in the video it was South Carolina, but it was actually North Carolina. But we're back in South Carolina. I also said in one of my other videos, don't be discouraged. Telling you what, I got a little discouraged this past weekend. Today's Sunday. I took all last week off, got my boat back. I'm going to show y'all some pictures of what I got done with it. Looking good, man. I'm telling you, I was excited. Was going to fish a watery tournament. Got down there, had a campsite down there. Got down there Thursday. As soon as we got set up, it started raining and rained 2 days straight. My tent started leaking. It's a good tent. Did me good for 6 years, but it's toast. I threw it in a trash can. But got down there and then it got set up. You know, made it through the rain. The next day it was raining. We went to go take the boat out, and the boat wouldn't crank up. I'm telling you what, I've got about $5,500 in that boat, and well, it was a blow. It was a hard blow to my ego, to my morale, to everything. And packed everything up, came home. I got $20 worth of bait, and I was like, well, I'll fish Saturday, I'll fish Sunday. I didn't get up and fish. Finally, I coming out here today, but I never really got quite mad about it. I did at one point. I got a little frustrated because I actually went home. The motor will crank up, tilted up, and it wouldn't crank at the boat ramp, but when I got home, put the ears on it, it would crank in the yard. And I had read a little trick about tapping the floats with a screwdriver, and that's what I did, and it cranked up. I was like, all right, we got it. And I rode to the boat dock down here, and it wouldn't crank up again, so I got a little frustrated. But I'm thinking I need a bigger battery with more starting power, more cold cranking amps, because this motor takes a lot to get it going. But I don't know. That's another $100 I don't want to spend right now. I will this week. I'm going to go do some work, and then I'll buy another battery. But if that ain't it, then we're back to the drawing board. And I've been working hard. You know, I've took for granted my whole life. My dad had a boat when I was a kid. Most of my adult life, I've had a boat of my own. You know, the last 3 years, I've had this boat, but it's been sitting. And, you know, I've fought really hard to get this thing on the water, and it ain't on the water. And, you know, you get your hopes up and everything. But I fully believe there's a plan that's above my understanding. So I have to understand what I'm supposed to do. I take every situation, and I know that there's something there that I need to understand. And I haven't quite figured out what it is I need to understand. I'm thinking maybe I just focus on YouTube, not worry about the tournaments. My YouTube's doing pretty well. I appreciate y'all watching. I'm doing the best I can to make quality videos. So I think maybe I should just focus on that. Because with the tournaments, I'm not going to be making a lot of videos with the tournaments. You know, you'd be down there scouting a couple days. I don't fish prior to a tournament. I scout around, and then I go fish that next day. But whenever the tournament is, but I don't know. I got a lot to figure out, but we got $20 worth of bait. It's about 50 degrees right now. It's going to drop drastically here in a little while. I got plenty I got the clothes for it. So if nothing else, we're going to feed some fish, some shad, you know. So y'all stay tuned. Let's see what happens. All right, y'all. We are fishing in South Carolina. I brought 5 rods with me. By law, I can only fish with 4. I'm only going to fish with 4. I left my tackle box in my dang boat, so I brought an extra rod with a rig on it, so in case I do hang up, I'll have one backup. Here's some shad I was telling y'all about. Now Jamie K does this thing where he puts a little paper towel in there with him. I didn't quite have a paper towel, but put some napkins in there. I don't know what it does, keeps the slime on them. But these are 2 days old. See, they're still bleeding pretty good. It's pretty good to be on ice for 2 days. Like I said, put them in here, Put the bag in here. Put some ice on top of it and then fold that bag over so no water can really get in that bag. It works great. Like I said, these are 2 days old. I might fish again in the morning, so they're gonna be 3-day-old shad I'm gonna be using, and I promise you, they'll still be good. You can get away with this in the winter. This is a cheap Coleman cooler. I've had this cooler for 8 years. It's one of the best ones I ever bought. It keeps ice well. Even in summer, I can keep ice a day and a half. Keep it out the sun. If you can keep it in like your garage, if it's air temperature controlled, or somewhere in your house, or somewhere that's temperature controlled, it'll last a lot longer. In the winter, you can leave it outside, works great. But just a little tip on some bait there, bait preservation. All right, y'all, it's cooling off pretty quickly. I ain't been out here about 30 minutes. I was actually on the phone with a customer, and this one, I thought I was going to reel in the fish talking to him. But this one got picked up and brought in, so I reeled it up a little bit, and he ain't took it. So there is a little bit of activity, so we got a little hope we can catch something. I don't know how long I'm going to stay. It all depends on the fish activity. Wintertime fishing at night ain't always the best. During the day is really a great time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. If not, I'm gonna try to come back in the morning. That's the plan. We'll see. But I really want to fish this spot in the morning one more good time before I go back to work. Once I go back Tuesday, I'm gonna be working probably about 2 or 3 weeks straight. I might get a trip in here or there. I'll have to get a trip in here or there. That's my life, man. Like it's my motivation at work. You know, you got to have something, and I always think about the state record while I'm at work. But we'll keep on fishing and see what we can have. See what happens. Keep getting little nibbles here and there. Ain't nothing really taking it and going. Finally got us one. Doesn't hit my other line. I got a mess here. That ain't too bad hung up. And it came out. Come on, buddy. We'll take that. Got the skunk off the bank. A good sign. We might catch a few more. Not too bad. We're not gonna put him on the tripod. We're just gonna let him go. Little angry guy. Go on. Hey y'all, this one on the corner, it kept getting hit and brought in. I finally went to reel it in, it got hung up. So that's why I brought the other rod I got over here. So after that, I ain't got no more tackle. It's all in the boat, and my boat's at the shop, and I don't live where my shop is. So I'm not gonna angle this one as far over. I'm gonna throw it more straight out over here on this corner. I had this one way over here. I knew better. I knew there was some structure out there, but caught some decent fish over there last time. But I'm gonna angle it more over here. And if those fish start moving it in, I'll just reel it in and reach to cast it back out. I'm actually gonna put a little bigger piece of bait on this one too. I'm pretty much gonna put a whole shad on this one. What I like to do with the whole shad, they're about this size right here. I'll cut the tail off, put a little slit in them. All right, y'all, I'm gonna call it. Since it got dark, I hadn't got a single bite. And I pretty much figured that was gonna happen. It's tough fishing at night in the winter. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get up in the morning and go fish another spot that I fished a couple videos back. There's a creek channel, there's a creek, an active creek that feeds this cove, and the water's flowing really good. We've had a lot of rain lately. The levels are down, but they're really moving water. So that spot that I went to a couple, about 3 or 4 trips ago, it's got 2 active creeks that feed it, and there was a lot of water flowing through there when the water was way down. So I got a good feeling. I got a good shot in the morning there. I didn't do too well that night. I caught a couple little ones, but right now, best time fishing is in the morning or during the day, and I'm gonna give it a good shot. I bought me a Cabela's mask. It's a Gore-Tex, about 30 bucks. I actually had a gift card for like $25. I like it. I like it a lot. I got a neck gaither I'm gonna wear under this next time I wear it to keep the moisture from building up right here from breathing. But this thing's pretty dang warm. It's definitely worth 30 bucks, especially on a windy lake. Gore-Tex good stuff. I got some Gore-Tex gloves. It's pretty nice. But we're gonna make this one video probably. If I'd have caught one more fish, I'd have made this 2 videos, but we'll just make it one. So I'll see y'all in the morning. All right, folks. Carolina Cat Daddy was set up. I got a little late start. I rode across town to go get my tackle box, and the guy took fishing with me, took off with it by mistake. So I stopped by Walmart and got some of these right here. Not too impressed with the way they look, but I didn't have many options. I like to use owner's hooks. They work great. They stay sharp. Have a lot of faith in them. I was using Gamakatsu, but I had one bend on me. And the owner hook is the same design as the Gamakatsu. It's just made better, in my opinion. But grab some of these, because this is all they had. They had some team catfish, but they were only 5/0, and what the heck. I'm only out $2.30, so I got these 3 set up on my regular rigs. I'll rig another one up here in a little while and throw it out. We'll see what we can do. All right, y'all, we've been here about an hour, and the flow of the lake is not flowing like I thought it would be, like it was last night, or at least not on this end. I'm gonna give this about another 30 minutes, and I'm gonna bounce and go back to the beach we was at last night. So. Got one. Ain't no monster there. All right, I'm gonna change spots. I was actually packing up. This guy here ain't enough to keep me here. There he is. All right, y'all, I don't believe that's enough to keep me here. See that right there? 3-day-old shad. Still bleeding pretty good. Now, after today, it might still be good, but whatever I got left, I'm throwing away after today. But we're getting set back up. We got some rain coming in about 3 o'clock. We're gonna give it a shot till then. These birds getting these shad. It's a good sign. Right where my lines are. Hey y'all, it's starting to come down on me here. So we're gonna call this a wrap. Back at it. We come out here last night and it was missing so bad, like it was raining. Actually, it looked like it was snowing. I mean, it was pretty rough out here. I didn't stay long. I put my boat in 2 days ago, and the landing I use is right near here. So I got it to crank up, but it just wouldn't run right. There's something wrong with the top end. I don't know. I'm really about tired of it. I'm really tired of the whole situation. But I did cruise out here and play with my graph a little bit, and wow, I marked a really big catfish right here where I'm casting. I always tell you I'm getting hung up. There's 2 big stumps out there, and right in between these stumps is a big old cat laid up. I had him on the clear view, and I had him on sonar. I didn't hit him with the side imaging, but it was a big cat, and he's just laying there. It's quite possibly a flat, but and if it is a flat, it's gonna be hard to get him to move and bite, but we're gonna try. We went and bought some Jamie K bait, and we're gonna give it a shot. We're gonna fish probably a good while out here. It's just now being daybreak, about 28 degrees. Should warm up. It's been getting in the 40s and 50s here in South Carolina, but it is 28 right now, but we're gonna give it a good shot and see what happens. Kind of disappointed here. 9:30, we've been here 2.5 hours. Not a single bite. Not a single bite, y'all. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I think we're gonna hot spots. We're gonna give it a couple more minutes, maybe, probably not much longer at all. I'm a hot spot, so I'm gonna go across the state line and hit a different spot, y'all. We're going hog hunting today. Well, it sure is windy on this other end of the lake. This is a really good spot. I haven't fished here in a while. I'm gonna throw up some links throughout this video of me fishing out here. I've done pretty well. I haven't caught no super big monsters, but I've caught lots and lots of 20s to 30-pound catfish out of here pretty consistently. And you can't fish this spot in the nighttime. You can only fish it during the day. So all my fishing trips out here are being during the day, and believe it or not, I do really well about 11, 12 o'clock out here. Now, this one right here, I say this in every video I do out here. There's a creek channel that runs in the middle of here. I switched to 5-ounce disc sinkers, and I got this one out in about a 35-foot hole right now. I've actually never got it that far out there before. These two are probably in about where the mouth of the creek starts in here, where it starts to come out of here, because it Y's out of here. It comes down and Y's right here. So I got these two in it, and it gets a little deeper right here. That's where I got this one. I'm about to switch. I got one more 5-ounce left. I'm gonna put it on this one and try and get in this hole too, but more over here. Fishing small baits here. Normally I'm a big bait kind of guy. I love big baits. Sometimes in the winter time, the smaller baits work better. So looking at a shad that was about 6 inches long and got 2 pieces out of them. That's what I'm using on all these rods right now. All right, the wind's gusting pretty good. I'm talking, it's probably at least 15-mile-an-hour gusts, but they're gusts, they're not steady. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm wanting to get into that channel. So I need to get everything I can out my rod. So I'm gonna wait for the wind to stop for that, however long. Woo! It's a rough spot to get to. All right, see right now it ain't blowing. So I'm gonna try and launch this thing right now. Centrifugal force. You want to launch a rod? Use that centrifugal force, baby. That's a good cast. Oh yeah, we're still going. We're still going. We're in about 30 foot of water out there. one, I don't know, he might have, there he is. He ran in on me. I really think I got a good hook set on him. Might have him now. Little baby. But this is the hook I don't care for. I got an eagle claw hook on here. Some guys still got my tackle box. I haven't got my tackle box back yet. But it hooked up pretty good. Actually, did I? The mud, ain't you? Huh? Well, tell you what, I was ready to condemn this hook from the beginning, but pretty good hook set, actually. I don't like the gap. This is supposed to be an 8/0, I think, or a 9, and a beautiful fish though. If I was gonna be eating some, he'd be an eater. Got one. He ain't big. A nice one. All right, we're gonna give it a little while longer, and then I'm gonna roll out, go work on my boat. The fuel lines are leaking, and I'm really upset about this boat. I'm just gonna have to learn how to work on it myself. The fuel lines are leaking, and they're all zip tied together. They got, just talking to a buddy, and he was telling me all the gray hose ain't no good. So I'm gonna switch all that out and see what it's looking like. But it's a whole bunch of little hoses that are zip tied together, and they're just leaking. So we'll see what happens. All right, y'all, what's up? We out here fishing again. I ain't fished this dock in a while, so I figured I'd give it a shot. You know, I've been going crazy with this motor on my boat. It's good to have friends. I finally had a friend that met me, took his own time, met me at the boat ramp. We took the plugs out, ran a compression check. It checks out, they're good. All good on all cylinders. We checked the coil packs, and that's what the problem is. Dang coil packs are bad. So I'm gonna order them this week, and that's something I can do myself. And we'll see if we can't get that boat running by the weekend. We'll see. It's been a long, hard, fought road, but I was right down the road from here. Had the bait and everything with me. Figured why not? So we're gonna come out here and see if we can't stick y'all one and make y'all a video. But this is a good one. I hadn't caught a good one in a while. Dang, he about took this rod in. Let me call you back. Are you working? All right. All right, y'all. About made a huge mistake here. I didn't have the clicker on this rod, and it almost went in. I was on the phone with my dad. It almost went in. I don't think he's a real super huge monster, but he's definitely staying down. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, I about lost this rod. Yeah, fatty. About 20, 22. We will take that. We'll take that. Whoa, he about took this rod in, y'all. He about took this rod in. Oh my goodness, I need to check. That is one thing I cannot stress enough. Look at that. This one ain't on either. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm slacking today, Bo. That one's on. I cannot believe that. I double check these things all the time. Those two are on. I about lost this rod, y'all. It was, if I would not have been looking at it, this rod would be gone. I'd be out there with the sonar trying to find it. Woo, and it don't take, I mean, that's a decent fish, but these blues, they run so hard. It don't take much. I had a channel pull in one of my rods out here, one of my bait rods. Y'all a little excited about this. You know, you get to where, you know, you get ruined. You catch a big old 50. These right here don't matter too much. Let's grab my tripod. This is exciting, y'all. I've been fishing hard. If y'all watch this video, y'all are gonna see all the trips I took to catch this fish, and that's what y'all need to remember. You got to love this thing. It ain't you ain't catching fish every day. Now, I mean, some days you will, but the winter time, it gets tough. I didn't even plan to fish today. You see, I ain't even got my boots on. Look at that, ain't too bad. And you know what? I believe this is the hook that I don't care for either. Let's see. Nah, it's one of my hooks. All right, yo. He's kind of short, so probably about 22. I don't know. Who cares? It's a nice fish, especially when I ain't been catching fish. But this is what it's about. You got to keep on fishing, baby. You can't just stop. You got to love this thing. I've been fighting this boat for freaking 2 weeks now. And it gets discouraging, man. It gets real discouraging. But then you get a fish. It's all worth it, baby. All them 4 or 5 trips I took was worth the little bit of excitement I got this little fish. Now, if we stick a big one, but y'all gonna hear me holler and scream now. Ain't got nothing to say. There you go, there you go. I appreciate the ride, fella. I really do. Don't splash me. Oh, he got me wet. Got my dang feet wet. All right, y'all, we got a couple more hours. We're gonna keep at it. All right, y'all, we ain't gonna fish too much longer. The sun's coming down. I'm not super dressed for no cold weather, and this is gonna be a short trip anyway. I got my one fish out of it. Maybe we'll get another one before the sun comes down, but I gotta keep fishing, man. I'm gonna put this video out just to show you. I mean, there's 4 or 5 trips I put in, and you know, and this is across the board. The guys out there, it's a tough bite. Now, there'll be a day here and there, like my last video, 2 videos back, where I had a really good day. I caught a bunch of fish in a relatively short time, but those days are far in between in the winter. I mean, it's hit or miss. You can't give up, man. You got to keep at it. You can't catch them sitting on the couch. But wait till the springtime, y'all. The springtime, in my opinion, is one of the best times. Pre-spawn, post-spawn, those are the 2 best times, in my opinion, to fish. And them summer nights, and I mean, there's a lot of good times to fish, but any good fisherman knows springtime is on fire for the catfish. And we'll talk more about the spawn and post-spawn as we get closer. All the information I ever get, I'm gonna give it to you. I ain't gonna give you my spots now, but all the information I get, if you have any questions you ever want to ask me, feel free, hit me up in that comment section, man. If you go back and look I answer everybody's comments. I do the best I can to help people, and it's real rewarding to me when I give people some information and they hit me back. And this has happened several times. They hit me back and it's like, you know, hey, I did this and look what I caught. And man, it's very rewarding. It's very awesome. I don't understand guys that don't want to put people on fish, but everybody ain't the same. But I'm your guy if you want some information. Now, I don't know it all, but I soak everything up I can, and you know, everything don't work for everybody. So I try things, and if it don't work for me and it works for the next guy, that's great. You know, it's great for him. It didn't work for me, so I'm not gonna go in there and blast somebody for that. Now, if there's something blatantly wrong, I usually try and stay out of conversations like that, but if you ask me for my opinion, I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. I appreciate all y'all. Channel's growing. It's gonna keep growing because I'm gonna keep fishing, baby. See y'all on the next one.